Hey, Don, how are you? I heard you weren't feeling well.
Yeah, it's this stupid cold. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the show tonight.
That's a shame. I don't know if we can get another guest on such short notice.
No, don't worry. Don Cheadle can still do the show. We just gotta find somebody to play me.
I don't understand.
Hey, Don, we doing this or what?
Tim Meadows?
Yeah, Don told me about his explosive diarrhea.
It's a cold.
Yeah, whatever, man. I'm not a doctor.
I don't get it. Do people think you two look alike?
No, Craig, that would be racist. I'm just a great actor.
Yeah, go on, Tim. Give him a little taste.
Hi, I'm Don Cheadle. I was in Hotel Rwanda, which I hear is a very important film. I also star in Iron Man 2, playing the role of Black Iron Man.
You see what I'm talking about?
No, it's stupid. Nobody's going to buy this.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Tim Meadows just subbed for Meryl Streep on Letterman last week.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. You know, actually, to be honest, I've always felt like a 60-year-old white woman.
I'm sorry. There's no way I'm agreeing to this.
Oh, come on, Craig. I've already shaved my body hair.
Why would you do something like that? I have the normal amount of body hair.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
Okay, let's be reasonable here. I'm sure we can... Oh, excuse me. I'm sure we can...
You okay, Craig? I mean, if you need me to sub, I can do it for you tonight. I'm Craig Ferguson, and I have big man boobs.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Actually, it is pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
That's enough. No, please, that really is enough. Thank you, that's more than enough. Now, you probably... Let it go. You probably don't recognize me. A lot of people confuse me with Tim Meadows or Don Cheadle, but it's really me. Oh, I'm Craig Ferguson with my great big man boobies. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. It's a great day. It's a great day for our former Vice President, Dick Cheney, who was released from hospital today. He's doing very well. Doctors say he'll be up and shooting lawyers in the face in no time. You know, I disagreed with Cheney about a lot of things, but when he shot that lawyer in the face, you took my heart, Dick. We wish you all the best, Dick. By the way, Best Dick was the name of a... Never mind. An award I won. All right, keep going, and the censor won't notice. All right. Hey, I heard about this today. The residents of a Chicago nursing home for the old folks have formed a biker gang. A biker gang! Full of senior citizens. Born to be... forget. Get your motor. It's a great day for the Twitter, the folks at Twitter. I don't know if there are folks at Twitter. I guess, yeah, everybody who's on Twitter, I guess. I don't think there's like a big place where they all, let's get these Twitters moved along. But anyway, there's a new member of Twitter, a very important one. The Dalai Lama opened a Twitter account. I know! I'm not sure why. I think he just did it to piss off China. Everything the Dalai Lama does pisses off China. It's like he's Ellen DeGeneres and China is Simon Cowell. Yeah, exactly. Now, I realise some of you have no idea what the Twitter is, and until 2 weeks ago or so, I was just like you. I didn't know what Twitter was. When I overheard people talking about Twitter, I thought, finally, my favourite game, Twister, is making a comeback. But Twitter and Twister are very different, because in Twitter, nobody gets mad at me for being naked. Although it was like that time I won that award. Yeah, cut that out, you bastard. All right. Anyway, Twitter hasn't been around very long. It was created in 2006 by, I don't know, Jack Twitter or something. Basically, yeah. Oh, Jack Twitter! Basically, Twitter is an online service that allows you to share what you're thinking with all your friends. And I hear you ask, and I say, but Craig, how is that different from other social networking sites like the FaceTube or the... I don't know, MyTubes or whatever it is, or my favourite one, kissablemen.com. Well, look, Look, I don't know, right? I don't know why the Twitter is different from other... Look at me, I could be someone's grandpa. I don't know how Twitter works. I'm still trying to figure out how the little elves make the music come out of my iPod. I don't know how the Twitter works. All I know is that the Twitter is very popular with the young people and me. Sometimes I'll be at home and I'll pick up my cell phone and I start typing away, and instantly it makes me feel 20 years younger. And then I put on my glasses and I realise I've been typing on the TV remote.
I wondered why the channels were changing. I should join that biker gang.
Here, look, if you don't know what they do on the Twitter, what you do is you type on a little message, and then anyone who gives a crap can read it. I joke around on the Twitter like I do on this show, but on the Twitter, I have limited, tiny space to do it. As opposed to this showbiz extravaganza you see in front of you. This giant Carnegie Hall of a studio. This icon, this shed. Now, listen, I'd like to make something clear to you. You don't have to use the Twitter to be a fan of this show. There is only one requirement to be a fan of this show: insomnia. Two requirements for this show: insomnia and no cable. But, you know, I tell you why I like the Twitter. Right, listen, don't clap over me talking. I did a show last night with no audience at all. I don't need you anymore. That's right. Oh, yeah, you made me, but you can break me as well. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, look, I like the Twitter because most people, when they tweet on the Twitter, that's what you call it, they're quite positive. You know, it's like, excited for the weekend, or just got back from the gym, or just had sex with Tiger Woods. Just things. Everyday things that everyday people do every day. And you're... Anyway, you're only allowed to use 140 characters on Twitter, just a few sentences, and it's very difficult to start an argument with only 140 characters. Some people think 140 characters is too tight a restraint, but maybe I like restraints. Maybe I like restraints if you pull my hair and call me a dirty girl. Maybe I like that. Yeah, back to creepy old me then. And I have to admit, though, I'm quite fickle with new gadgets. Before long, I'll probably move on to the next big thing, which at my age is probably hip replacement surgery or something. It's a good thing the Twitter didn't exist when I was a kid, though. I had enough distractions. I could just hear my mother, "Craig, are you upstairs playing with your Twitter up there?" "No, Mom, I'm just masturbating." "Okay." That's right. I probably should have said that when there was no audience here. The Twitter's catching on, though. Apparently all, well, one third or so, about 1/3 of all the members of Congress are on Twitter. I know. That's, now we know why, nothing is getting done. And what? They're too busy sending angry emoticons to each other. Do you know what I do like, though? I like it when CNN makes Anderson Cooper read the tweety things out on the air. That's awesome. Because he has to read, you know, tweety names, which are so kind of odd and not... and he's always like, financial derivatives increase the probability of another crisis. So this is according to Jack Hole 69. It's a very... So, it's time for the break, is that what you're saying? You're in your own passive-aggressive way, sitting there in the dark. Well, it is. It's time for the commercials, which is always an awkward time around here. Because when you're not here, they hurt me. Come back soon! Okay. Hey, we're all in this together. Should we do the Twitters and the emails? Do the jingle then, hurry up.
Twitter is the thing with all the tweets. You and your friends stay in touch but never meet. So now the time has come to check the tweets and your email partner, Ass Mode.
Ass mode.
All right. Let's see. We got the Twitters and the emails and the tweets and all. This is a tweeter from Rachel in Allentown who says, Craig, can men and women be friends without the man wanting to sleep with the woman? Husband says no. I disagree. Husband is right. Unless man is gay. Actually, can men and women be friends? I don't know. They should do a movie about that or something. This is an email from Diane in Paso Robles in California. Who says, Dear Craig, my 15-year-old daughter's boyfriend says he is 90% straight when he is with her. Is that enough? Hey. Well, look, on the one hand, your daughter's 15 years old, so it should be a moot point. Right? And then 90% straight, that's pretty straight. But I don't think it works like that. I don't think there are degrees of straight or gay. It's not like karate. It's not like, well, you can move on to ladies now. No, it's not like that. 90% straight? What does that mean? This is from Eduardo, who's 90% straight in... No, he's 100% straight. He's in Mexico City in Mexico. He says, Hi, Craig. If Los Angeles ever gets a football team, what name would you suggest for that NFL franchise? LA Angels 90% straight. Actually, that's way too straight for most men in LA. I think it'd have to be about 40% straight. This is David from Rosebud in Arkansas. Rosebud. He says, All right, film students, are you ready? It was the sled! Now you don't have to sit there for 3 hours. What is he talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, David in Rosebud, Arkansas says, Dear Craig, my neighbour's dog barks all night long. Any suggestions about stopping the dog from barking? Nah, you'll have to move. It's the only thing to do. If you live near a barking dog, move. You probably want to go one of the no-dog states. And who doesn't love dogs? You, apparently. The person whose name is over there on the floor. In Arkansas. This is from Mark and Clymer in America. He says, Craig, if I get nervous, I do this weird laugh. He doesn't write that. I just made up a weird laugh to kind of help the story along. Is there a trick that you know of to make this stop? It's killing my game with the ladies. Probably the best thing to do is drink a lot. If you're going out on a date, try to get really hammered before you meet your date, or, you know, take some powerful depressant-type drugs. Which, you know, of course, legal ones. And drink responsibly, CBS cares. All right, well, it's that time again for another commercial break. They come up so often these days. What? That is good, is it? Is it good to have lots of commercial breaks? Good for you, maybe. Yeah, it's good for you. You line in your pockets like the Wall Street fat cat you are.
Hurt in a car wreck? You have damage to your car, medical treatment expenses, time lost from work. But our consultation is free. It's time to call the Becker Law Office at 1-800-755-3000.
You know, vacuum cleaner. You know the one? The one with the proper amount of suction. I like to vacuum over here. Ooh, this looks dirty. I hope I've got the proper amount of suction. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show where we have an audience. Let me finish. We have an audience who would rather be somewhere else, and a host who has nowhere else to be. My first guest tonight is in a movie. He's a big movie star, actually. He's in Brooklyn's Finest, which is in theaters on March the 5th. Take a look at this. Please welcome the lovely Don Cheadle, everybody. Don Cheadle. Welcome, Don. Welcome.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Hey, in the movie there, when I did that after the clip.
The little
yeah,
growl
you
thing.
should have done that in the movie.
I know.
When you were talking to her,
I
you
know.
said, bring it, and then go like that. Yeah.
When you did it, that's exactly what I thought backstage. I was like, man, if we could reshoot that scene, that would go in there.
Well, no, the director who did this movie, this was
Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Training Day.
He did Training Day. I loved that movie. And Denzel Washington, and he did a lot of that in Training Day, as I recall. Or it might have been cut out. I saw the director's cut.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I saw some bootleg version, and it didn't
Have that in it?
Have that in
oh, yeah, that would ruin the whole movie for me. Yeah. Hey, are you okay? Because earlier on I thought you were sick.
Well, I did have a little. It wasn't exploding diarrhea.
Right.
So you guys are all safe.
Hey, if it was that explosive, I'd want to actually film it.
It's a
Because that would be a YouTube sensation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, I'm fine. I'm
Right.
fine. I'm glad that Tim, was there to sub in for me. But
Yeah.
I got it.
Do people say that you and Tim look alike? Has anyone ever said that?
All the time. I've been on His wife came up to me one time.
Oh, hey, no, I don't know.
Nothing happened.
Right, okay.
But she did say, wow, I'm surprised. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I was on a plane, and a flight attendant came over and gave me a couple of bottles of Cavassier, and I said, what's that? I said, what is that?
That's Tim, all right. Yeah.
Ladies' man.
That's
like,
right,
yeah.
ladies' man, yeah.
I wasn't in that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're thinking of Hotel Rwanda. It's a completely different mood. Yeah.
Totally different thing.
Now, were you up at the Pebble Beach golf thing? I was up around that.
You were doing stand-up.
Yeah, I was doing stand-up in Carmel, yeah.
Didn't call me. No, I was, I went to Pebble Beach. It was great. Golf.
I didn't know you were there. I could have called you, but I don't have your number, and I've still got
I don't know.
And then there's the whole not being allowed to be within 30 feet of you.
Oh, right. That's up in December.
Yeah, I know.
We're good.
Then look out,
December,
girl.
Yeah.
Do you play? You play, or were you watching the golf?
No, I play. I enjoy the game. I was almost really good, but I got to get in the mindset of acting like a golfer. If I could just take.
Well, you better not do that.
But it's like But you want to take it, like you can act like a cop, you can act like, if you act like a golfer and get into the mindset, I may have golfed better, but I wasn't.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you can't act, well, you see where I'm going with
No,
this.
I do. It's kind of insulting, but I get it.
No, come on, it's not insulting. No, not all golfers are like that. A lot of them are. Now, it's a pro-celebrity thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Celebrities.
It's a celebrity. You play with the pro.
Right.
And there's a team, and you have to make the cut like regular, like Sunday. You have to make
So
the cut.
who was the pro you were playing with?
I was paired with Jason Gore, who plays out of Valencia, California.
Right, and you play with him and you go around together. And who were the other celebrities that were there now? George Lopez is always there,
yeah,
isn't he?
Bill Murray was there, George Lopez was there, Andy Garcia was there.
Right.
Kelly Slater was there and shot 60, I don't know if you guys follow golf at all, but he shot 67 on his own ball.
His own ball?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
I know. It seemed like it was going somewhere.
Well, I'm the only Scotsman who doesn't play golf.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
You're smart. That's what it is.
Well, it kind of like my people in my family play golf. They get obsessed by it.
Yeah.
Like when George Lopez was here, he was like, I can't believe you're the only Scot. He's been to Scotland. He says when he dies, he wants his ashes scattered on the Royal Nation golf course in Scotland. I'm like, are you nuts?
Yeah.
He's like, he loves it.
Animals out there, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No, you can't do that. Are you obsessive about it?
No, I'm not. I did play today, but I'm not obsessive, and I am going to try to play tomorrow, but it's not an obsession. I can let it go.
Yeah, really.
Is the first step admitting that you have a problem?
Yeah, I guess. I think that used to be, I think the first step now is TMZ finding you coming out. That's the first step now.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
The steps have changed.
Yeah.
You're right.
It used to be back in the day you had to find out for yourself. Now it's broadcast on television. You go, is that me?
Yeah, exactly.
And then
you're on the floor with the hamburger.
Tell me about the film now. In the film with the less ham. I know.
That's bad.
I know. Anyway, in the film, you're an undercover cop who goes like this a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Or doesn't do that.
No, I wanted to do that. But no, he's an undercover cop who's gone under with this drug crew, and he's got to turn his best friend in. If he takes this mission, he's got to take his friend down. Wesley Snipes plays my best friend at the thing.
Oh. Did you go undercover to learn about it, or did you use a lot of hard drugs?
That's what I did. I thought undercover, that's going to take a lot
everybody
of time.
does. All the actors do that. I'm going the other way. Go the other way. Yeah.
And sell a lot of drugs.
Okay. In some states, that's still illegal. You do know that, right?
Not for an actor.
Not for a celebrity actor. That's right. No, you know in fact, I went for a walk today with my friend. And I walked down...
Okay.
There's a point to this. And I was walking down in Venice Beach, and all the marijuana dispensers, I haven't been down there. It's crazy down there. Have you seen it?
It's jumping off. I've heard there's a lot of that going on down there.
Oh, well, and all the, outside the marijuana store, there's it's medical marijuana. There's a guy dressed as a kind of Addams Family doctor or something like that. There's a kid outside going, come on in. I was walking by and he said, hey, it's not a crime to feel good and stuff. And I'm like, look at me. I've taken marijuana. I know what what you're talking about. Leave me alone.
Right.
I had enough.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Been there.
But they all think it's new, you know.
No, they're cropping up all over the place.
Do you ever smoke marijuana when you're playing golf with your celebrity buddies?
No, I've never, no.
Okay, that'll just remain between us.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
You're all right.
Thank you very
now,
much.
what about the last time you were here? We were talking about some charity work you're involved in. What are you up to with that?
Still doing that. Still have the poker tournaments that we have usually on the eve of the World Series, the main event that's held in Vegas. So we're doing that again this year. You know.
Are you a good poker player? A lot of the celebrities that play poker are not so good.
I'm getting better.
Yeah,
I'm getting better.
Any money left?
There's no.
No. Because you play with Annie Duke, right?
Yeah. Annie's a part. She's actually one of the founders of the charity Annie Up for Africa. That
right.
So yeah, I see her often.
She has a lot of money.
She has won. She's done a good job. She's won well.
She's really good at poker. And what she does is, she's really good at poker. And what she does is what the thing is amongst poker players is they like to lose their money to her. Like it's some badge of honor. I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. And she's a friend, and I don't want to lose money.
No. She's been here. She's a very nice woman, but she can earn her own money. I'm not giving her my money.
There you go.
If I had any money, would I be working in this stuff? I ask you.
I started to mention that, but you very eloquently talked about it in the monologue. The shed.
Yeah. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Do they know what these lights are, actually? Have you ever taken the camera backstage and shown them what these twinkling lights
the twinkling lights of L.A. laid out behind us? And
it's like 11 guys with flashlights. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. People think it's kind of my shtick, you know, but it's really a dump here.
No, it's bad. It's bad. I had to move something in the dressing room. The guy said, "Hey, can you get the other end of that?" I'm like, "Wow." Okay.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Wait a minute, was it a tall guy, mustache?
Yeah.
We're looking for that guy. He steals all our stuff.
Dude, I helped him with something to his car. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Well, listen, it's nice to see you again. Thanks for fitting us in between the golf.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
The lovely Don Cheadle, everybody. I'd like to apologize on behalf of myself and the CBS Corporation. Look at the state of this place. Look at the state of it. Dust everywhere, scuff marks on the floor, little bits of fluff and lint. If only we had a vacuum cleaner. A vacuum cleaner with a ball. A vacuum cleaner with the proper amount of suction. I love that commercial so much. My next guest is a best-selling author of a very clever woman, a very good writer. I'm a bit intimidated by her. She wrote a book called The Glass Castle, and her latest book is called Half-Broke Horses, which is about horses that are almost out of money. How much have you got? 20 bucks. That's the stupidest joke I've ever done. Thanks, everybody. These books are in stores now, and they're doing very well. You should go and buy one before they run out. Please welcome the lovely Jeannette Walls, everybody. Jeannette Walls. See you.
Thank you.
Now, we've met before, of course.
That's right.
We met at the book fair in New York.
You were on the panel. You were actually moderating the panel.
I was moderating the panel because I had a book out, and in order to be in the company of real authors, my powerful publishers had put me on there as the kind of vulgar entertainer at the start. And then I read your book because you were going to be there, and it's really good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I remember because I said at the book fair,
this is Jeannette, and her book's much better than mine. And everybody, my publisher was like, shut up, shut up.
But that's not entirely. Your book was fabulous. It really, no. I'm not just saying that. And I'm a big fan of memoirs. I think that memoirs get a little bit of a bum rap. People think we're out there trying to say, oh, these horrible things happened to me. Please feel sorry for me. And that's not it at all. And the reason I liked your memoir so much is it was really honest. And you really got, I mean, you really told about this complicated person. No, I'm serious. He used to be a little fat kid. He used to he used to be a little fat kid and was bullied and stuff. And it was. In fact, I think some of the people who bullied you when you were a kid in Scotland are cousins of the kids who bullied me.
Yes, they emigrated and started bullying you.
Exactly. The suitors. They used to bully us.
Suitors?
Yes.
Not Sophie Suter.
No, Ronnie Suter bullied you, right?
Ronnie Suter. No, I had to change that name. That wasn't his real name.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, I have to change his name because they said he might sue. I said, he's a criminal in Scotland. He's not going to sue you. Like, no, change his name.
Yeah.
Did you have to do that in the Glass Castle?
Yeah, a bunch of the names, yeah.
This is you had a very, very difficult early life, didn't you? I mean,
yeah. I aspired to being poor white trash. I was that low down. I was trying,
It was hard.
Well, I tried to convince my mom one time to buy us, to get us tires so we could whitewash them and put them in the front yard and make things look a little nicer,
Oh, man. How did you end up in New York? Well, I know how you ended up in New York because I read the book. But what does the Glass Castle mean?
Well, we used to, we were always doing the skedaddle. We were always sleeping in cars and sleeping in cardboard boxes and stuff. And my father, he said all that running around was temporary. One of these days he was going to build us a great big mansion. And he called it the Glass Castle. All he had to do was find gold, and then he would build us the mansion.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of gold around, really. And then because this is the book I was with you in New York about the half-broke horses, about these poor horses that are almost out of cash. Is that maybe the worst joke that's ever been done?
No, there's worse.
But this is a novel.
Yeah.
But it's about your grandmother, right?
Right. Yeah. She was a horse-breaking, gun-toting, poker-playing, moonshine-selling school teacher, and.
And she was.
She was, yeah. But I got the story all through my mom, and so I don't know how much of it is true. And I wrote it in first person, so I called it a novel.
But it's really, I mean, is there a big change in the publishing community because of the Million Little Pieces and James Fry and that kind of thing?
I think that people look at it all a lot more closely. Yeah, I think so. But people are just interested in a good story.
I think so. I mean, it was funny because I remember I was doing my memoirs and they said that, the editor would say, now, is this true? Look, man, I was drunk. I don't know. I think so. I think it's true. I said, well, how much did you actually drink? I'm like, I don't know. It's not Weight Watchers. It's alcoholism. It is. I drank what I drank. I mean, did they give you a hard time about that?
No. They went through and made me change the names and so that people wouldn't sue.
And did you find it a very emotionally taxing thing?
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I was crying. I'm not talking about pretty Hollywood tears. I'm snot slinging, red nose, but it was hugely cathartic. Once you're finished with it, somebody once told me, he said, secrets are a little bit like vampires. They suck the life out of you, but they can exist only in the darkness. And once they're exposed to light, there's a moment of horror. And then, poof, they lose their power. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's old-fashioned vampires. Now vampires can, they've got six-pack abs, they're vegetarians, they don't actually even suck your blood. They just care about your feelings or something. I don't think that's a vampire, do you? Will you write a proper vampire book? Write about maybe one of your other... Maybe you could be a novelization about your great-grandfather who's a vampire.
That's a good idea.
It's not a good idea, Jeannette. Thank you, but it's not.
See, you've written a couple of novels. I have
only one.
Yeah. I have no imagination. I can't make things
What are you talking about? You did? No, this is a fantastic book.
I just filled in the gaps that I didn't know. I just, I don't know whether much of it is true. That's why I called it.
Well, that's all right, though. That's writing fiction, isn't it? isn't it?
Well, that's why I call it fiction. But
Right.
but it's not. It's not. It's just sort of taking what you know and just sort of plugging up the little holes. Yeah.
Right. So it's more kind of what, lawyering?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you writing now then? Are you continue to write memoirs?
I'm trying to find another wacky family member to exploit. You know, I just.
Have you got many? It seems like you have.
Oh yeah.
No, it's funny. I thought writing a memoir is a bit like cleaning the garage.
Yeah, it is.
You know, that you clean it and you go, well, that's that done. And then you go back a couple of days later and go, now what the hell happened here? And then you have to do it all over again. You can go forever.
No. You know, a lot of memoirs do a bunch of memoirs. And I just I already sort of squeeze that sponge.
What do you read? Do you read that kind of thing, or do you read?
I love memoirs, yeah.
Yeah? Whose memoirs are you currently reading or recently read?
Well, I love This Boy's Life by Tobias Wolff. I think that's wonderful.
Right, I don't know.
And of course, of course, this.
Tell me about it.
It's not that much happened. It was sort of low key.
Right. So the hard sell you're hitting me with, eh? Yeah. Gotta read that. Not a lot happens and it's pretty low key.
Of course, you know, there's Angela's Ashes, which.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fantastic book. Yeah, Frank was here. Frank McCourt before he died. He's lovely, Frank McCourt.
Yeah.
Did you meet him?
Oh yeah, a number of times. And you know, I just think it's a prime example of it. You can take you know, we all have our demons, right? We all got the demons. Yeah. So the trick is you put a harness on them demons and put them to work for you.
I like the way you talk, lady. You talk pretty. Put a harness on them demons. I like it. I think it's fantastic. You should. You had me at harness, actually. Hey, I can't recommend both of these books highly enough, actually. I know that some of you are watching the show are only watching it because you can't find anything to read. So, so there you go, problem solved. And I know many of you will have read the books, and to you I say congratulations. But they're very, very good. You're very, very clever and talented and a good writer.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm amazed I actually like you. Thank you for coming to see the lovely Jeannette Walls, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hasta mañana.
Hey, wait, the cat. We didn't do the Spanish word of the day. Hey, we have to have the Spanish word of the day. Do the Spanish word, right?
And now, Craig's Spanish word of the day. Today's word is fracaso. Fracaso.
Fracaso, eh? Failure. Now, what I like to try and do in order to remember the Spanish word of the day is to form it into a sentence so that the word stays lodged in my mind. So let's see. If, for example, on the show we had a sketch or two and they were a fracaso. Fracaso. Perhaps we'd have to cut them out. And then I'd have to do the Spanish word of the day at the end of the show.